In 1912, a quiet town in Iowa awoke to a nightmare, 8 people brutally murdered in their beds. More than a century later, the Villisca Axe Murders remain one of America's darkest unsolved crimes. The town of Villisca, Iowa, was once a peaceful farming community. But on the night of June 9, 1912, horror struck the Moore family home. That night, Josiah and Sarah Moore, their 4 children, and 2 visiting girls were all found dead, each brutally attacked with an axe. The crime shocked the nation and left behind questions that still haunt true crime historians to this day. The evening began as ordinary. The Moores attended a local church service with their 4 children, Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and Paul. 2 friends, Lena and Ina Stillinger, were invited to spend the night. Sometime after midnight, while the family slept, a killer entered the home. Using an axe belonging to Josiah Moore, the murderer struck the victims as they slept. The brutality was horrifying. Every member of the household was killed. Investigators later discovered the mirrors in the home were covered with cloth and the windows blocked, as if the killer wanted no one to see inside. The next morning, neighbors grew concerned when the Moore family didn't appear for chores. A local resident entered the house and made the grim discovery. Police were called, but by then, curious townsfolk had already trampled through the home, contaminating crucial evidence. The investigation focused on several suspects. One was Frank F. Jones, a local businessman with a personal grudge against Josiah Moore. Another was Reverend George Kelly, a traveling preacher who confessed to the murders, though his confession was later recanted and his trial ended in acquittal. Other suspects included drifters, rival businessmen, and even serial killers operating at the time. But no one was ever convicted. The case went cold, leaving only speculation and rumors. The Villisca Axe Murders remain one of the most notorious unsolved crimes in American history. The Moore home still stands today as a historic site, and some claim it is haunted. Visitors and paranormal investigators report strange sounds, moving objects, and even ghostly voices inside the house. The Villisca Axe Murders shattered a small town and left behind one of the greatest mysteries of the early 20th century. Who killed the Moore family and their young guests? More than 100 years later, the truth remains buried in history, making this case both tragic and endlessly chilling.